So do you ladies feel like women are seriously ready for emotionally intelligent men?
Kitty, what do you think?
Okay, let's talk about what emotional intelligence comes with before we even get into this conversation, okay? We're talking about you wanting a man who is tolerant, who regulates his emotions, who also knows how to manage your emotions. But you're also talking about a man who knows how to navigate his sensitivities and everything else when it comes to that. But you have to consider that an emotionally intelligent man is good at cutting people off when he sees that your sensitivities bring too much reactivity. When he sees that you cannot regulate your emotions. When he sees that you have a low tolerance. This type of man that you are asking for is a man who will walk you out the door in a heartbeat. If he feels like you are disrupting his peace. If he feels like there's any level of disrespect, because there's a lot that comes with emotional intelligence. So if you asking for that, you got to come with the same level of emotional intelligence as well. Okay? That comes with a number of factors. So if you are a woman who knows that even though you may be sensitive to certain things like criticism, rejection, because you're not always going to be accepted. Sometimes he's going to bounce back, and sometimes he's going to say, I don't agree with your opinion. Sometimes he's going to say, I don't like those thoughts. Sometimes he's going to say, I don't like the way you speak to me. If you're not ready for that, don't be asking for an intelligent man.
Oh shit, I just noticed that I'm an emotionally intelligent man. Nah, seriously, I knew it way before she said those words, but hey, spot on. That woman right there has exposed the issue many modern women have these days. In particular, they want emotionally intelligent men, whatever that means to them, and then can't even offer that very virtue. When you get mad, it's because you're simply too reactive. But when she gets mad, it's always because you did something wrong. Come on. I'm done. Check this out.
I'm a pretty emotionally intelligent dude. I've noticed that there's only room for my emotions when they're convenient for the woman that's asking me to be emotionally intelligent. That any emotional labor I do that's not for her convenience, or not that something she specifically asked for, that either goes unnoticed, or when I'm saying something that's not favorable, the shit gets used against me and it becomes about how she feels about what I said and not about the.
If your emotions are convenient, cool. But if they're not, trust me, you'll get in a lot of trouble. This is how modern women operate these days. The world is a tough place, I'm telling you. In today's video, we're diving deep into modern women's craving for so-called emotionally intelligent men, their lack of empathy for male emotional needs, and much more. Stick around because I'm sure you're going to love this one. But before we go any further, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Mr. Aimable. He said, "Remember fellas, she can only cheat on you if you're in a relationship with her." That's certainly one way to approach it. I mean, he's technically not wrong. Please don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5 for that comment of the day. As usual guys, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps a lot. And now, back to the video. Embrace your masculinity.
Okay, I've got a huge issue with this whole women are more emotionally intelligent than men thing. Just because a woman outwardly expresses her emotions more often does not make her more emotionally intelligent. And just because a woman communicates more with her emotions does not make her more emotionally intelligent. Look, I'm not a man, last time I checked. But from the time I've spent with them, when they're experiencing emotion, they usually don't look like they want to sob. They look like they want to put their fist through a wall. So they spend more time internalizing their emotions and controlling their emotions so that they don't do damage. And when we make them feel bad for bottling it up or call them immature just for saying that they're fine, we are actually punishing them for making sure their emotions don't get the better of them. Now, am I encouraging men to go silent and never express their emotions? Absolutely not. In fact, men need to have a safe space to share their emotions in a way that best suits them. I don't know what that is. Time with their male friends, some peace and quiet to let them gather their thoughts? Only they can answer that question. But either way, labeling them as lacking emotional intelligence is not only a lie, but a very harmful one.
Do not mistake my silence for lack of grief. That's the biggest quote you've probably heard in a while. Men go through tons of emotions, but they don't show them not to be called weak. And when women supposedly want you to express your emotions, well, they're just parroting narratives. Once you become a pussy, their pussy's dry like the Sahara Desert. And this is not a joke. 99% of men have tried to be the men women want, but the results were not good at all. Emotional intelligence stands as a key pillar of understanding and compassion, that's for sure. This embodies the ability to acknowledge and regulate one's own emotions, coupled with the capacity to comprehend and empathize with the emotions of others. It forms the foundation of healthy interpersonal connections, both in our personal lives and in our professional interactions. So that being said, do modern women offer that? No. But do they want you to have it? Yes, sir. It's perplexing to observe a certain brand of hypocrisy in today's society. Many modern women ardently advocate for open and honest communication in relationships, insisting that it's the cornerstone of trust and understanding. They preach the importance of empathy and the principle of do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Yet, when it comes to practicing what they preach, they don't do any of that. These modern women, who passionately talk wonders about emotional transparency, often struggle to extend the same courtesy to those around them. They may find it challenging to accept and validate the emotions of others, particularly when those emotions differ from their own or challenge their beliefs. It's as if they've selectively adopted the do unto others concept, applying it more as a directive for others to adhere to than a personal philosophy. In the realm of emotional intelligence, modern women don't get or recognize that true understanding and empathy extend beyond mere words. They require a genuine willingness to accept and respect the emotions of others, even when they don't align with their own. The path to authentic emotional intelligence involves not only professing the importance of open communication, but also actively practicing it. It necessitates a conscious effort to be as receptive to the feelings of others as we hope they will be to ours. The problem is that modern women want you to catch the vibe, but you can't even expect from them a little bit of comprehension. In the unforgiving landscape of human relationships, the paradox of hypocrisy casts a long, dark shadow over modern women. Modern women who fail to grasp the fundamentals of emotional intelligence find themselves navigating a treacherous path. Emotional intelligence, a multifaceted concept, entails self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, and social skills. These components, when ignored or mishandled, become anchors dragging modern women deeper into the abyss of misunderstanding and disconnection. For those chicks who neglect self-awareness, the journey into the depths of emotional intelligence remains an uncharted, perilous territory. Their inability to recognize and understand their own emotions, motives, and triggers leaves them wandering blindly through the emotional minefield of human interactions. Without this crucial self-reflection, they stumble into conversations lacking any semblance of emotional clarity. The unfortunate modern women who cannot master self-regulation find themselves helplessly at the mercy of their own emotional tempests. They're not equipped to control the raging storms of their feelings. Instead, they allow their emotions to run rampant, causing chaos in their wake. In difficult conversations, they are mere spectators, as their emotional turmoil dictates their reactions, leaving them defenseless in the face of adversity. Empathy, the heart of emotional intelligence, stands as an insurmountable mountain for these chicks who disregard its significance. Modern women remain impervious to the emotions of others, constructing impenetrable walls of indifference. They do not possess the necessary tools for active listening or perspective taking, and they care not for donning the emotional shoes of another. Empathy is an alien concept in their emotional lexicon. The uninitiated, who lack the social skills essential to emotional intelligence, find themselves adrift in a sea of miscommunication, conflict, and isolation. These modern women are ill-prepared to navigate the turbulent waters of interpersonal relationships. Their inability to engage effectively in communication, resolve conflicts, or participate in teamwork strands them in the shallows of superficial and brittle connections. The rich tapestry of human emotions and interactions remains a puzzle they are forever unable to solve. In the end, these modern women, who stumble through life with a scant understanding of emotional intelligence, are destined for a world of chaos and discord. The hypocrisy that stems from their inability to practice what they preach becomes a noose around their necks, tightening with each missed opportunity for growth and connection. The emotional authenticity they disregard becomes a mirage, forever eluding their grasp. Their relationships crumble, their interactions remain fraught with misunderstanding, and they're left to grapple with the bitter consequences of their negligence. In a world where emotional intelligence is the key to harmonious and meaningful relationships, these chicks who choose to disregard it find themselves, time and again, bearing the heavy burden of their own undoing. The paradox of hypocrisy becomes their constant companion, allowing them to land a few hookups but not the emotionally intelligent man they apparently wanted. Check this out.
Beck will always leave someone like you for someone who can take her places. We never made it to a single party because she couldn't jump on me fast enough.
Does the show expect us to hate Chad? He was being honest and trying to help, and no woman is ever worth what Joe is doing. The complexities of modern dating and relationships are on full display here, and they raise important questions about the expectations placed on men and women in this context. The apparent paradox of some modern women desiring emotional intelligence while appearing to accept men who engage in casual relationships or treat others as options is a topic that warrants deeper exploration. In the complex landscape of modern dating and relationships, it's vital to discuss the potential repercussions for individuals who fail to prioritize emotional intelligence and authentic connections. The paradox of some modern women desiring emotional intelligence while seemingly accepting certain relationship dynamics highlights the potential pitfalls of neglecting these fundamental aspects of human interaction. In the modern dating scene, emotional intelligence and authenticity are often considered the cornerstones of meaningful, fulfilling relationships. However, for those who neglect these crucial components, the consequences can be far-reaching, often leading to unfavorable outcomes. One of the most significant consequences of sidelining emotional intelligence is the creation of superficial connections. Modern women who accept or engage in relationships that lack depth may find themselves trapped in a never-ending cycle of shallow interactions. These connections often lack the substance and emotional intimacy that many desire in their relationships. Neglecting emotional intelligence can lead to emotional turmoil. Without the capacity to understand and manage their own emotions, individuals may find themselves caught in a storm of confusion, frustration, and insecurity. These unresolved emotional issues can create a perpetual state of inner chaos, making it challenging to establish stable, fulfilling relationships. Modern women who accept certain relationship dynamics without insisting on emotional intelligence may inadvertently miss out on valuable opportunities for authentic connections. The pursuit of immediate gratification or societal expectations might blind them to the potential for deeper, more meaningful relationships. When emotional intelligence is disregarded, individuals often experience mismatched expectations in their relationships. They may be at odds with their partners, unaware of each other's emotional needs, and consequently unable to foster a healthy, nurturing connection. This dissonance can lead to a series of misunderstandings and conflicts that erode the foundation of their relationships. A particularly perilous consequence is self-deception. Modern women who enter relationships lacking emotional depth may convince themselves that such arrangements are sufficient or satisfying. This self-deception can hinder personal growth and blind individuals to the potential for more enriching and authentic connections. It is essential to recognize that societal expectations and the pressure to conform to certain relationship dynamics can contribute to the neglect of emotional intelligence and authentic connections. Modern dating is influenced by various factors, including cultural norms, peer influence, and the ever-present allure of immediate gratification. Society often perpetuates stereotypes and ideals regarding what constitutes an acceptable relationship. Some modern women may feel compelled to adhere to these expectations, even if they conflict with their personal desires for emotional intelligence and authenticity. The influence of peers can be significant in shaping relationship choices. If a modern woman's peers are engaged in relationships that prioritize casual dynamics, she may be inclined to follow suit to fit in or avoid judgment. The allure of immediate gratification and the desire for short-term rewards can overshadow the long-term benefits of emotional intelligence and authentic connections. Modern women may succumb to the temptation of quick and easy satisfaction, neglecting the potential for enduring and fulfilling relationships. To navigate the consequences of neglecting emotional intelligence and authenticity in modern relationships, individuals must be willing to break free from the societal pressures and norms that perpetuate this paradox. It's vital to recognize that genuine, emotionally intelligent connections are not only desirable, but also achievable. Modern women should prioritize self-awareness as a means to understand their own emotional needs, desires, and expectations. This self-awareness forms the foundation for making more informed relationship choices. It's essential to assert personal boundaries and communicate one's expectations clearly in relationships. Modern women should, but never will, truly advocate for emotional intelligence and authenticity as non-negotiable elements in their connections. In conclusion, the consequences of neglecting emotional intelligence and authentic connections in modern dating and relationships are far from trivial. Superficial connections, emotional turmoil, missed opportunities, mismatched expectations, and self-deception are among the potential pitfalls. It's crucial to recognize the influence of societal expectations and peer pressure and to break free from those constraints. By prioritizing self-awareness, asserting boundaries, embracing vulnerability, and prioritizing communication, modern women can steer clear of the paradox and create relationships that are emotionally intelligent, authentic, and deeply satisfying. These are the relationships that provide the depth and fulfillment that many desire in their modern lives.
How would you feel if one of your women had a body count like yours, or was...
I wouldn't have dated her in the first place.
What if you didn't? You wouldn't date her in the first place?
She would never have come on my radar in the first place.
What's a date?
No, I'm serious. Like,
no equal standards
it's seriously. No, the reality isn't equal. Perfect. You can, okay. Tell me how many 18-year-old men are getting invited onto yachts and are invited to the club's tables and shit. 0 of them, but it's full of pretty young girls. That shit ain't fair either. So the moment you start fixing that, cool, then I'll take that comment seriously. But until then, it doesn't make sense.
In conclusion, the desire for emotionally intelligent men in the modern dating landscape brings to light a critical need for realistic expectations and a deeper understanding of the dynamics at play. It's essential to recognize that individuals like the stereotypical Chad, those primarily interested in casual relationships and not emotional depth, may not be inclined or prepared to transition into the role of a committed husband or partner focused on emotional connection. The quest for emotionally intelligent men is undoubtedly commendable, reflecting a desire for deeper, more authentic connections and relationships that prioritize emotional intimacy, communication, and empathy. However, it's crucial for modern women to discern between the different objectives and intentions of individuals they encounter in the dating world. Chad, as portrayed in the context of casual relationships and a desire for multiple partners, may excel in certain aspects of the dating game, but these qualities do not necessarily translate into the qualities desired in a committed partner or husband. It's unrealistic and unfair to expect someone primarily interested in casual encounters to undergo a transformation into a committed, emotionally intelligent spouse. While modern women aspire to have emotionally intelligent men as their partners, they must but will never be discerning and selective in their dating choices. Identifying individuals who share their values, aspirations, and desires for genuine emotional connections is vital. This requires open and honest communication about expectations from the outset, avoiding the assumption that every dating prospect can evolve into a long-term, emotionally intelligent partner. Stay strong, guys. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you will get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.